Hello, Internet, and welcome to Saturday Night's Star Power. Thank you for joining us for this lovely Saturday afternoon, evening, morning, whatever time where it is where you are stream. We're here to play some more Fate in our JoJo's Bizarre Adventure inspired setting. And we've been getting into character by looking at JoJo art and fan art online. And that might have been a mistake. Thanks for joining us here. We haven't been on stream here in a little while because we had to take a week off, so we appreciate your patience with that. But we are back and readier than ever to get going. We will do that very shortly, but first, I'm going to go ahead and plug everything we've got going on our channel. Especially this weekend. Our next stream after this one will be tomorrow. That is Sunday at 4 o'clock Eastern Time, where we are going to be playing our next session of Thursday's Children, which Savannah runs. Play a system called Vaesen. And we're in our last mystery for that. As we wrap up our first season of Vaesen here and get ready to do something a little bit different on Sunday. Savannah can talk more about that in the future, but join us tomorrow for the stream. The rest of our schedule for next week should be normal, as far as I'm aware, with streams on Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. And I'll let the people that are involved in those shows plug them however they wish. I will go ahead and stop talking for now and let my players introduce themselves, talk about who they are, what they do on the internet, and who they're playing here tonight, starting with Savannah.
Hello, I'm Savvy. I'm at Savvy Seaworth on the internets, mostly on Twitter, where you can find my streaming schedule pinned to the top of my page. I am here Thursdays through Sundays, either playing in games or running them. Like Val said, I run our Vaesen game on Sundays. I typically run whatever it is we're doing on Sundays. But right now we're playing Vaesen. It's a Nordic horror role-playing game set in a big mashup of the 1800s, I think. I've forgotten. But yeah, we're in our last mystery for that, and it's gotten real weird real quickly. Yeah, I don't even know how to explain it. Just come watch it. It's gotten real weird already. But yeah, and then after that, so we got a couple more sessions of that game, and then after that, we're going to be transitioning to something new that I think you're all really going to like. And then I am also on Sunday nights at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time on twitch.tv/lbhackemup playing Masks. We just started a new Masks game, and we have our first session coming up this Sunday where I play a hero called Nemia, who has cat ears and is using hero school to build her brand so she can become a professional wrestler. Because I'm extra. But today, I am playing Piper, who is a brazen professional singer-songwriter with her Anima Vega, who is a very big, very loud humanoid speaker system, essentially. And I also do the voice of Vespa, the bees.
I don't remember if this is one of the ones where everybody remembers her. They're at the order, but I'm going to take that as a no. Next up is RJ.
So I feel like it's a missed opportunity to name yourself Nyamia.
Yeah.
Yeah, but hey everybody, I'm RJ. You can catch me at Archist282 on Twitter and Twitch, where I tweet about the nerdy things in my life and sometimes stream with my friends. A lot of my games have ended, which is neat. So now you can find me in two specific places. Here at GGK on Thursdays for Elegant Magic, and every other week, Saturday for Mistborn. And finally, over at the Indoor Adventures channel, oh wait, 3 places. Monday, Indoor Adventures, we're doing our homebrew campaign. We are off this week, but next week, the week after, we're going to the Shadowfell. Hey! My Shatter Kai was not from the Shadowfell. He was raised in the material plane, so we're gonna learn with him about all the dread. And finally, Sundays over at the Hype Goblins channel, where we're doing D&D 5e. We're diving into our warlock's backstory. It's deep. It's heavy. It's really heavy. But yeah, today I'm playing Feng, and his anima is the Four Emperors, and I'm also voicing Omega. Yeah, that's it.
Next up is Sid.
Hey, I'm Christina Sid. You can find me on the Twitters at Greek Sid, shit posting and talking about the fun stuff that I do mainly here. I run a game of Good Society on Thursdays. I'm here on Fridays, every other Saturday. You found me, good job. And on Sundays. I'm also, until tomorrow, tomorrow would be Sunday. 2 days from now, Mondays over on twitch.tv/InfiniteRP, we have our finale of our Flames of Freedom game. It's gonna be pretty epic. We are about to fight like an undead mummy lord British officer. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Check that out, 8 o'clock Eastern. But right now I am playing Penny. Penny is the tech whiz member of the Isa family. Yep, that one. I remembered that. And her anima is Omega, but I also occasionally, because I have lyrics.com pulled up, yell lyrics as Vega.
And Wings.
Hey everybody, I'm Wings, also known as Danae Keener. You can find me at DanaeKeener.com. I do nerdy drawings, mostly related to D&D, and a lot of things on the Indoor Adventure stream. Well, I will not be here, or rather on the Indoor Adventure stream on Sunday doing Rime of the Frost Maiden, but I will be there the following week. So go and check that out. We only have a few episodes of that left. We are in the Caves of Hunger, and there is a Knoll vampire. And everybody knows how much I love vampires. It's gonna be so fun. I'm gonna eat so many people. Alright. Right now, I'm gonna be playing as Vivi, who is a avaricious thief for hire. And her anima is Vespa, who is the bees. And I occasionally provide a voice for Black Tortoise, who is one of the 4 emperors? Question mark? Yes, okay, cool. That's me.
And I am Val at the Kraken's Ground on Twitter and Twitch. You can find me here Thursdays through Sundays playing and running games and causing chaos. I am here every Saturday running a game. This Saturday, obviously, running this game. But on alternating weeks, I play Saturday Night's Mistborn, where we're running the Mistborn RPG based on the novels by Brandon Sanderson. Same time, same place, so come join us for that. And then on Fridays, I run a game called Neon Souls. We just started our 3rd season of the show, where we are getting into space. The crew has fully shed the loose guise of cyberpunk that I have been trying to maintain for 2 seasons, and we are going full sci-fi adventure space pirating chaos in that show. So come join us for that on Fridays at 9 o'clock Eastern time. That is everything that I have. So unless anybody else has anything else to plug, y'all ready to get started? Alrighty. Let's get going with our recap so we can all remember what happened last time. Previously on Star Power, your gang, crew, I don't really know what the right moniker is for the organization that y'all are, we're trying to save Vivi's friend, Jackie. Jackie had ended up in the hospital after being stabbed in the gut during a home invasion shortly after you had saved her from an evil phantom Elvis Presley. You had gotten some clues as to who had attacked her and were worried that somebody was going to come back to finish the job. Vivi had learned and overheard a conversation between the casino baron Stephanie, where she sent one of her lackeys, Julius, to the hospital to finish off Jackie. Luckily, Piper was there, and with the combined efforts of Piper and Vivi, you were able to talk Julius down just long enough for him to be arrested. When Detective Bach showed up and made the caller himself. Fleeing that situation, returning back to the Isa estate, you regrouped, and during a conversation where you were trying to decide what to do next, you were overheard as Moxie, Penny's cousin, and a very accomplished hunter herself, was I've seen sensing some animosity between Penny and Moxie.
I just met the woman. No. Whatever do you mean?
Eavesdropped on your conversation and gave a little bit of her own insight. She offered to help train you, the fledgling anima users and phantom hunters that you are. However, first, you would need to take care of one other piece of business, which is being fingerprinted by the Las Vegas Police Department to rule yourselves out as murderers, or assailants in Jackie's case, as she's still alive. Before doing that, Penny and Feng decided to cover up some more evidence by going to the apartment complex where you had caused chaos the day before, or earlier that night, really, the time frame that we were working on, and destroyed the security footage at the apartment complex. As you were leaving with your Uber driver, a massive, misshapen, bestial phantom appeared. This huge, muscular-looking creature with two massive arms, dangly tiny legs, and instead of a head, having a huge eye at the center of its body, which it was watching you with. It tried to attack you. The two of you fled using time manipulation to gain some distance from the beast, and were able to fully avoid any conflict with it. The next day, you all went to get, or most of you, sans Vivi, went to get fingerprinted by the Las Vegas Police Department. There, Piper overheard a conversation between some of the officers that there had been some attacks, that some officers had been killed in a district of Las Vegas, and there had been, the only evidence they had found were nails that had been driven into the backs of their heads. With very little to go on there, you had your fingerprinting done, but before you left, Penny, while in the bathroom, you received a hallucination or a vision of some kind where you saw yourself in the mirror acting independently of you, just before the mirror shattered. With all of that happening, and much to discuss, and mysteries abounding, you made your way back to the Isa estate once again for your training with Moxie. And that's where we're going to pick up here today. So, I'll put on our peppy music again. Penny, you pull up in your, unless there's anything, well, I think I want to start this scene. I know there might have been conversation in the car, but we can pick that up as you pull up back to the Isa estate, coming in through the main front door entrance once again.
Piper was mad at Penny.
I remember that. I don't remember why.
Because Penny pulled Feng into the bathroom to make him do like the aura thing.
Oh,
and
right.
didn't bring Piper.
Right.
And
Jealousy.
she didn't tell her why. Yes.
Okay.
Who is she jealous of?
roll investigation.
Penny doesn't even know she's jealous. She just knows she's mad. Come on.
Feng's just sitting in the back seat with a smoothie, kind of just eyes darting between Penny and Piper quietly.
I should have brought you both. I'm sorry. It was really fast. I needed Feng to do the thing.
Not what I meant.
What?
Take the words you just said and put them in a dirty connotation.
Dang.
What?
What?
Sometimes you need to let her figure things out on her own.
Nothing happened. I literally just brought him
Would know it was
to
there.
do the aura thing. Thing?
What?
Tell her nothing happened.
Nothing. Well, something did happen. I saw.
Between you and me.
Oh. Yeah, no, nothing happened between us.
Right, because I'm definitely going to believe that now.
Why would I take Feng into the police bathroom to fool around with?
I don't know. Listen, I don't know
Like,
what
that's
your
like-
tendencies are.
Oh my god.
It's fine. We're going to see Moxie, right?
Have I not stressed enough that it's super creepy that you, like, want to be flirting with my cousin?
Why?
Because she's family?
Well, I'm not asking you to flirt with her.
Wait. Look.
Oh, I will.
Gross.
What? She's an adult.
She's also my cousin.
So?
I don't know how much clearer to say that.
You
She's
haven't been clear at
family.
all. Penny? She's not my family.
It would be kind of uncomfortable for a good friend of mine to date a member of my family.
As of yesterday, you didn't even, know her.
It doesn't matter. She's a family.
I mean, it kind of does matter. The whole, I just met you and I'm going to be very possessive over you thing extends, past relationships.
It's not about being possessive. It's about that she's family.
This still means nothing to me.
Fine.
Quick text to Vivi. Mom and mom are fighting. Again.
Quick cut to Vivi, and she's at the mall wearing a wig and sunglasses and sucking on a smoothie. Literally just completely incognito. She's got bags of just accoutrement merch she's been shopping, and she looks at her phone, just rolls her eyes, and then just responds K.
Hey, to here, can I move in with you? And
Did I tell
Fine.
everyone about the nail murders? I'm really glad you recapped that part because I was looking at my notes and had nails in back of heads dash dead bodies in big letters. I had no idea what that meant.
That's really ominous.
I'm gonna say you haven't told anyone yet.
I have the same. I said nails
It
and
seems
back
more
of heads,
important.
dead bodies, dead for weeks.
Oh, I also wrote Officer Johnson.
Hulking charger with jockey legs.
Oh wait, Officer
Jumped from
McNamara
building.
was the one who fingerprinted us, so I'm assuming Officer Johnson is the one that's investigating the dead bodies with the nails in their heads. Anyway. We can
Penny
talk more
just
about that
sighs.
later. There have been some more murders.
oh,
Yeah, so I was kind of eavesdropping on the cop that was fingerprinting me, and also a Officer Johnson, who I guess knows about this stuff. But they sorry, I guess I probably should have like warned you guys I was gonna talk about dead bodies. So there's your warning. There have been a bunch of murders and or I guess murders, I don't know. They found some dead people and they said they looked like they had been dead for weeks, but for some reason they all had nails in the back of their heads.
I mean, it honestly could be like mob stuff, like a signature.
Why would you kill someone and then put a nail in the back of their head?
Like a calling card.
Anyway, so it's either a weird mob thing or a weird serial killer thing or it's an us thing. So, just thought you should know.
If we find out anything about like where, I mean, I could kind of check the feeds, see if anything weird pops up.
I can't imagine that's not in the news at this point, since there are several of them.
There might be like a hush order on them, you know, keep it from the public to not cause a panic.
Have we heard anything in the news that sounds vaguely familiar to this recently?
No, nothing in the news yet.
Well, I could always blackmail the cop.
But why?
What would you blackmail him about?
I know because they were just talking about it while they were fingerprinting a civilian. I have all these details, and I'll go to the press if they don't tell me what's going on. I mean, not me, like, obviously, I, use, like, a disguise or a voice changer or something, but it's an option. If you really want to know.
Well, why don't we keep that in our back pocket and we can just check the feeds for first?
The feeds of what? The whole city?
Well, if we have it narrowed down to like a day.
Okay, but how are we going to find that out?
I'm just a little worried about jumping from like 0 to blackmail.
Oh, it's fine.
my
Blackmail
only-
can be like plan C or D. I'm just putting it on the table.
Cool.
Oh, like you've never blackmailed anybody.
I can comfortably say that I have never blackmailed someone before.
That I
can
do believe.
I can also comfortably say I've never blackmailed anyone.
That I don't believe.
Piper?
I bet
Are you
Vivi
okay?
definitely has. Yeah, I'm fine. Why?
No reason.
It's just an idea. Thought we were brainstorming.
Absolutely.
There's no bad
We
ideas
were
in brainstorming.
There are never any bad ideas in brainstorming.
Well, if we ever make our way back to the police station, I can always try and read the bodies.
Also
That's
an
true.
option.
I mean, I assume they're probably with the coroner.
You have, like, ibuprofen at your place, right, Penny?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna need, like, a bottle.
Oh, right. Sorry about that.
You are positive that nothing happened.
Oh my god, no! Whenever he does like the aura reading thing, it hurts his head. No!
No.
She's like blushing.
It's fine, I'm over it. The two consenting adults can do whatever they want in a police station bathroom. Oh, come on, Penny.
I'm pretty sure they legally can't.
No, they definitely can't.
That's public indecency.
If you get caught.
Have we
This
arrived?
I was gonna say at this time, as you've been having this conversation, like the foyer of the house, coming around the corner is Moxie, saying, "Get caught doing what?"
Are you ready to train?
Yes, I'm ready if all of you are. I think we're one short though.
She'll be here soon.
Will she?
Someone text
Where-
her.
I'm pretty sure she's been texted. She's gonna be there, but she'll be late.
Oh, I've already been texting Vivi.
Look out, Penny. Somebody's moving in on your game. I'm ready.
Right. I prefer if everyone was there when we got started. I'm not really one for patience. Hold on, let me try something. Vivi.
Hmm?
I need you. Where is Vivi right now?
Oh god. She's on her way over. She's in the back of a limo.
The back of a limo?
It's Vegas. She rented one.
This is the most convenient way to travel.
She's treating herself today.
Vivi, there is a all of you back at the foyer says, Moxie says, "Come on, follow me. I'm sure that she'll be here when we walk outside." And she heads out towards the towards the front entrance, or towards like the back like courtyard where like the training stuff set up. Vivi, you see so you're in a limo. There is like a the partition between the limo driver in front of you. You watch as there's like a light that appears. It's like a small like glistening like fairy light almost appears like it in the front partition, and there is this you see it kind of spin around the driver and then like into the back. It's just like this little orb of looks like crystal or snow. It's like pure white, and it has this like flaking like effect coming out like ice crystallizing and falling around the outside of it. It sort of zips up to your face.
She is in the process of texting Feng. Like she's 20 minutes away, but she's typing "be there in 5." And she looks up and sees this thing and looks at it for a second, and then there's like a "oh shit."
I'm gonna have, well, Moxie's gonna have to roll for this. And I guess you can defend if you would like.
I mean, Vivi would like, but I very much just want to see this happen.
Go ahead and roll. I guess this would be like a will defense.
Oh, I'm supposed to be good at those. Yes. Let's do that. Show total. It's 3. I got a 3.
6.
Oh boy.
There is a rushing sensation as that light kind of flashes, and you feel this like lurch for a second, like your body is like shunted forward, and all of you come walking out into the back courtyard, and standing, or I guess maybe like sitting in the same position that you were in the limo, like in a patio chair, like as you're in the middle of texting.
She like looks around and then just locks her phone and puts it away.
I thought you said you were 5 minutes out.
She's in heels, so she like does that like sassy like quick walk that you do when you're in heels, and she's got like a blonde wig on and she's a little bit frazzled, so she just sort of like walks up to Feng and then like takes off her sunglasses and looks at him like, don't even talk to me right now. And then she puts those sunglasses away and like brushes past everybody else. She's got coffee in her hand.
I'm glad you could make it on time, or once you're done changing or whatever you need to do, please come back out here.
Okay. She turns around, walks back, sucks on her frappuccino.
Right. Well, this should be fun then. So, training. Have any of you had any formal training in the use of your abilities? Besides you, Penny. Yes.
Do voice
Piper.
lessons count?
Well, I suppose so in your case.
Then yes, 15 years.
Right. But none in actually using your anima.
No.
Right.
Loud slurping of an empty cup.
I'll take that as a no. And you?
Not in my powers, but I have had some martial arts training growing up.
Well, at least we're starting somewhere then. Right. Pair off. I want to see some sparring.
Right here.
I don't see why not. This is perfectly good place to train. We use these grass parts back here for... We have some dummies I can bring out if you don't feel comfortable striking each other.
Miss Moxie, I've got a small problem with my powers, and I can't really control them that well. The last time they've manifested, I kind of leveled a building.
Well, luckily there are no buildings out here, so we'll move far away from the house.
Come on, Fang, fight me.
Okay.
All right, Fang, Piper, you pair off, and then Penny and Vivi.
Vivi's in the middle of like removing her wig and also like taking off some earrings, and like just pulls off her entire outfit and revealing like a cat suit underneath.
Does
And then
Vivi,
she like
does Vivi only wear tearaway clothes over the catsuit?
nothing without Velcro. She
She has a very specific tailor that she goes to. It's pretty great.
That's gonna be the next person that's in danger.
Are any of the
not the
custom
tailor.
orders expeditiously made? Could you say they were swiftly made by the tailor? Swift? No?
Oh,
Reaching?
okay, all right. That took a little bit to get to.
Banish him.
I was like, what is a
No!
Banish
Not
him.
again!
Vivi, as she is like just undressing in the middle of this field, like suddenly realizes that she's about to get paired off with Penny, and she just kind of like snaps up and turns around and looks at her, and then she's like, great. Yeah, it's just day gets better and better, doesn't it? And she like flips her clothes inside out and they turn into a purse, and she just drops it on the ground.
One of those windbreakers that folds in on itself and just show my age a little bit. I'll give a peek behind the Piper curtain. So I've made this decision for two reasons. One is because I desperately want Penny and Vivi to have to fight each other and get out some of that frustration. And the other one is I have a consequence that I would like to try to get rid of. So I have the consequence. I have the consequence friendly fire from a couple of sessions ago, which is where I thought I had killed Feng. And so I think Piper wants to use this as an opportunity to be like, there's no possible way I could kill Feng.
Okay.
This is either going to go very well or very
to reassure herself that
Okay, so the way that the the recovery works is there's a difficulty that is tied to they have to make a check that's tied to the level of injury that you have. You have a moderate one, you said?
Yeah. It's a
Okay.
4.
Okay, so +4 is what somebody will have to roll, and I guess in this case, you are framing it as like Feng doing well here will help you solidify that you like deal with the guilt.
Either, because I think it's either Fang doing really well or Piper doing well, but realizing that Fang is like also is also very tough and has like a lot of fighting skill, and I think it's just to like show herself like I can't like he's fine. He's fine.
Okay. So the way I'm going to do these is we'll do our pairs, and each of you are going to roll fight to fight each other, or whatever your equivalent of fight would be, if it's shoot, or however you would spar with your anima. And then we will sort of describe those scenes and kind of what you do and how it turns out. And what I'll say for Piper and Fangs is that if either of you rolls a +4, then we can narrate kind of how that resolves, and then and start resolving the condition.
So when you say a +4, do you mean a 4 or higher?
Yes.
Okay.
We good? Who wants to go first? Maybe Piper and Fang. Since Vivi and Penny are psyching themselves up for it, that's sort of going to be the big showdown.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean that's the headliners.
Let's go ahead and have the two of you roll. I do want to change
What's your fight?
music, but
+4. It's
shit.
great.
Okay.
and like I said, you can use your anima. So if you have something that you replace fight with or something else you would use to like attack with, you can let me like we can justify that. But if you just want to,
No. I can
I'm not gonna
defend with
use-
other things.
Yeah, I'm not going to use unbridled power on Piper. That'd be a little too.
Do it, I
much.
dare you.
that's fair. Okay. I'm gonna have the two of you roll then.
All right. 6.
2.
Okay. Well, that's good because then you definitely succeeded by a 4 shift. So even if there was any question as to how I'm doing the rules, that should work. I want the two of you to describe how this plays out.
So Piper, I think, is probably fast and is probably very like dexterous, but does not have a whole lot of like just like raw strength to back it up. 'Cause all the training that she's had is in like dancing and stuff. So I think she can move really well, but I think there's not a lot of power behind it.
If you've never seen it, it is the Dempsey roll from Hajime no Ippo, where Piper is striking him, but he's rolling with the punches, and then she lets up, and there's just a wallop that comes through.
And so as Fang connects, so I guess so Fang would be manifesting, or like the idea here is that you're using your anima as well. So I want to dig a little more into the descriptions and narrative of like Piper using her anima and Fang using his anima too.
Okay.
So why don't you, Savannah, like describe to me like what that looks like.
So
as
I
far as you're
think
moving quickly.
I think at this point, I think Piper is mostly using Vega as a distraction. You know what I mean? So like he has to get up close and he makes a lot of noise, and so because I have these stunts that like let me use like provoke to defend and stuff like that. So I think there is a lot of like zipping around. There's a lot of like dodging. There is a lot of like using Vega to try to throw Fang off. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I think it's a lot of quick movement and a lot of like sudden sounds that are happening sort of around him to try to throw him off or distract him or make him think that she's somewhere she's not.
Okay.
Instead of
It's
a lot
just
of like
everything that
full
happens-
frontal assault.
Everything that happens right before an EDM like beat drop, it's all of that
Yeah.
like coming from 14 different directions.
Yeah, so I think he makes a lot of noise, and I think is essentially using him to create openings for herself to either catch Fang off guard or startle him or something like that, because she doesn't have a lot of like just full like she's not gonna be able to punch you once and knock you out, but if she can get in like enough hits over time, or can like, I think stamina is more her thing than like strength. So I think it is like a wearing down, like more like distraction techniques.
Okay. All right, cool. That gives me more to work with. And then, sorry, I'm DJing too, trying to find a good
Yeah,
song
the
for
music
this.
sounded like I had killed him and was at his funeral for a second.
Yes, you had. We're gonna go with this one for a bit.
I like
So with all of that, Feng, what is Feng's response in using Four Emperors?
It's with Piper's distractions, I feel it's more sensory overload, so Fang's quickly like trying to keep track of her, and occasionally Tortoise will come up to block a strike. And it's this back and forth between the two until Tortoise is able to just push Piper back and Fang just charges in with a wild haymaker.
I think Piper's not good enough at doing both yet, I think is sort of the breaking point.
Okay. So Fang comes in, lands that heavy hit, which sends you like tumbling backwards, Piper, and you're and you lose your concentration on
Ooh.
Vega.
Sorry.
Fuck.
I didn't know if it was like sexist to hit you or not hit you. Just
It's
are
fine.
you okay?
I'm fine.
Okay. He just hurries over and helps her up.
Ow.
You're right, nothing broken.
I don't think so.
All right. Well, good job, you two. It's very informative. Piper, just some feedback for both of you. Piper, you leave yourself vulnerable when you use it's almost like you're using Vega as a puppet rather than fighting like your team. Your anima should be an extension of yourself, and you should work in tandem with this ability. I would think more so on how you can best utilize your own talents and abilities alongside your anima. Vega seems very powerful. You might be sort of underestimating yourself a bit. Fang, maybe think first before charging in. You'll have sort of a very brutish way of fighting, and I can see some of your training coming through, but you don't seem to understand, I think, your own abilities yet. I take it that you haven't been doing this very long. Right. Perhaps finding out more, spending some more time understanding the capabilities of your four emperors in a way that isn't just smashing through things.
Things like my sternum.
I'm so
Yes.
sorry.
It's effective in the case of this and against your average thug on the street, but eventually you're going to come across something that you can't just punch.
RJ takes that as a challenge.
All right, you two, think about that for a bit. Let's see what the others have.
Like crazy strong.
Yeah, I can bench like 250.
That's literally more than 2 of me.
Takes Piper off the field and just patch her up.
Piper, you can start the recovery process for your condition. What you can do is you can rename it to signify that you are beginning to recover from it. If it doesn't really make sense for the condition, then you can just like star it or something, and you will recover from it at the beginning of the next session.
Yay.
Vivi and Penny.
Penny takes off her glasses.
Vivi kind of looks over at Penny, then sighs, sort of rolls her head off to the side, and there's like a sort of like hopping motion as she pops up onto her rollerblades, as they just kind of like ka-chunk out of her shoes. And she's going to just sort of like lazily roll out into the middle of the field, and then just sort of turn around in a big circle and face her.
Penny just very slowly, like, brings her arms to her sides, almost like rolls her shoulders back, and with that motion, just Omega bursts into existence. Just this huge form behind her. Cracks her neck. Gets into a stance.
Out of Vivi's neck, just sort of like forming from the bees, just kind of like makes a snaking scarf that just sort of like rolls off of her, and they just float there in the form of like a hand at the end of it. Vivi waits for her to make a move.
All right, let's go ahead and have the two of you roll whatever it is you want to roll. If it's not just straight fight, tell me what it is that you're doing.
Shoot.
Okay.
I'm shoot her with a gun. No. Oh my God, Penny, Jesus, no.
I always do it this way. Vivi is going to use fight, but only to defend. She's just gonna stay on the defense until Penny beats her. She's gonna try and throw the fight, but make it look like she isn't not trying.
Okay. All right, so the two of you roll. So Penny shoot, Vivi fight, and then this will sort of signify like whether you actually have to throw it or Penny legitimately wins.
Got a 5.
I got a 4.
Okay, so that's pretty close. That's not nearly the ass whooping of the last one. So describe to me what this looks like. Like, how does Penny approach this, and how does Vivi react?
Penny, almost again like just tendrils of inky darkness. Yeah, that's not scary at all. Omega like never leaves behind her, but again, just almost like tentacles like whip out and around to try and like engulf her, and all she's trying to do is just like bubble her, almost like not let her move.
All right. Vivi sees those coming, and she basically just kind of darts around, trying to avoid them. And she gives it a good go. Like it looks pretty good. Like I want to say that she like gets cut off here and there. And finally she like gets kind of sick of running. Like, so like, she's not gonna catch me if I keep on running. I'm gonna have to actually go for her. So she like jumps over one tendril, ducks under another, and then just starts beelining for Penny. And right in the moment, right before that scarf whips around and grabs her, she like stops like midair right in front of Penny as the tendril finally gets her.
Okay. As the that tendril of this like galaxy forming Omega touches Vivi, she is then frozen in the air, entering this sort of stasis. And Moxie steps in to call the fight there and says, "All right, Penny, you can let it go now." Penny.
Flex and Omega rushes back.
Now that is being like stopped in time, right? Okay.
Yes.
Just so like it wouldn't matter to her whether or not she could breathe.
Oh, no.
Okay.
No, if anything, you like free, like in your vision, there's just a second where you are like you're rushing forward, and then Penny just isn't there anymore, and you kind of stagger. And Moxie says, "All right, it's over."
Cool.
All right, feedback for the two of you. Very impressive. Penny, you clearly trained for a while with your ability. You seemed very angry. I don't know if that's typical when you fight.
It is.
Perhaps. Right. Maybe trying to maintain a cooler head. I know that you're intelligent. Perhaps trying to maybe surmise the situation a bit better. Create some advantages for your comrades if you'll be fighting alongside them, or look for the most advantageous position that you can gain from a scenario. Think first, then act. Vivi, I feel that I didn't really get to see much of what you did. You seemed to stay on the defensive during that exchange. I'd be interested to see what you can accomplish if you set your mind towards being more aggressive in a fight. I don't get the impression from you that you lack that capability, but perhaps you're being too cautious.
Well, usually the way that I work, if I'm in a fight, then something has gone terribly wrong.
Well, then maybe preparing for the fights that you can't avoid, then. It will come eventually. Well, that was very informative, though. You're all much further along than I expected, given your auras. So I'm very excited to get to train you a bit more. I think that you all have a lot of potential. Well, I'll show you some of the basics, and we can work on some things for the remainder of the afternoon. And you begin. Moxie begins training you. I guess the real question is whether who actually goes along with it, because she does not hold anything back. I think
Piper goes hard.
Piper goes hard.
Penny wants to take her ass down.
Feng's just doing
Whose
his best.
ass? Moxie's?
Yes!
Okay.
Like, literally, as she was, like, giving the feedback, which was totally legitimate feedback, just Penny was just seething. Like, her ears were getting redder and redder and redder. She was just like, She wants to take her down. Hard.
Well, most of the training that she gets into is like endurance training and like strength training and that sort of thing at the beginning. Like, kind of gets into, without us sitting here and going through like a full workout routine, focuses on like training your body to increase your capabilities, and focuses on that for like the first like couple hours that y'all are training with her. To the point where she feels like she's sufficiently run you ragged enough, and then at the end of all of that, after a few hours and the sun is beginning to kind of dip down, it's cooling off a bit. I would like to roll to see who is like totally exhausted from any of this. So I think physique would be the best. This is going to be to overcome an obstacle.
Not athletics, maybe?
No, like I said, this is more endurance.
Great. There's
May I
no-
argue for Will? Simply because Penny takes this as a personal affront. And even though she's fucking exhausted, she will show this woman that she is better than her. So by like sheer force of temper and I will not be fucked with, Penny's gonna stay on her feet.
So your argument here is that you're conceding that Penny is like exhausted from this. and that's,
Probably.
like-
But she's gonna
but-
stay, she's staying on it in order to just show this woman, fuck you.
Okay, I'll allow this since you're conceding the first part of this. I will allow that as allow you to do that.
No button on the sheet to just make a flat roll, huh?
Oh no, I don't. I need to add that.
Some of us might need that from time to time.
Vivi's gonna try and hold back, and make it look like she's actually working hard, but she's gonna slack off as much as possible.
Okay, so deceive then.
We will do that, yes.
Can I add my
believe-
aspects?
I can't believe that's allowed and athletics isn't allowed.
Well, so my justification for athletics is you're following the rules here. You're doing what you're just fighting against whether you actually are exhausted from this. And so I think physique is the more appropriate between the two of those, unless Piper has something else that like you want to justify why that role would change.
I mean, I could be rude about it like Penny, or I could lie like Vivi, but I don't want to do that.
Okay.
I could use my resources and pay somebody to take class for me.
It's
I'm gonna
fine.
pay
I
off
could use
Moxie.
use my great
Moxie off.
rapport and have Moxie go easier on me, but I'm not gonna do that.
You did
all of
have.
us.
Here, Feng,
You
here's the
listed some
20, do
valid
my push-ups.
options.
Yeah, and Piper's not gonna do any of those because she likes Moxie and wants to learn something.
Okay.
Cheaters.
Could I add my ignorance is bliss aspect to this role? Because, oh yeah, I've done this before. Yeah, I did this before too. Yeah, this is fine. This is like a normal day for me.
We're all trying to cheese our rolls.
We want to impress the
Moxie's-
hot wonger.
Moxie's gonna like me best.
You can, and also that is a good point. Like using the aspects, if you want to invoke an aspect, you do have to spend a fate point for that.
Okay.
So you can do that.
I will not. I think I'm down. Oh no, they refresh, right?
They refresh.
Mhm.
I want to save it. No, I'm not gonna invoke an aspect here.
Yeah. Okay.
Can I reroll?
I gotta.
Yes, you can.
win.
Because I rolled a -1.
What aspect are you invoking to reroll?
Alarmingly ambitious.
Okay.
Add some dice. Click the dice. Hold on. No, I rolled the same thing. It's fine.
Um,
I had extra
Val,
points.
I think for a Fang, it's not quite physical training. I think he's been segregated off so he can work with his anima. It just doesn't go over well.
Okay. I'm trying to think of how it doesn't go well. Do you have any ideas?
I mean, the unbridled power, if you want to invoke that. He just
Okay.
loses control, and there's just this crater in the ground, and Fang's lying, and like, ow.
So yeah, I think the rest of you are doing your training. All of you, well, all of you appear exhausted. Vivi, not so much actually, but maybe you like splash some water on yourself at some point, and to like make it look sweatier. Looking.
She goes to like get a drink of water and then just like sprinkles it on her face.
There's a point where she has you like go for like a run, like around the neighborhood or something, and you like go like taking off ahead of everyone. Then you duck down and like between a couple of buildings, and you just like chill there for the next 30 minutes, and then kind of come lightly jogging back.
She just like slings up into a building and then just like lands on the other side, waits for the rest of them to come by, and then just jogs after them.
Vivi starts the marathon at the halfway point.
Piper and Penny, you're both fairly exhausted from all this, but Penny, your indomitable spirit keeping you upright at the end of it.
Her temper keeping her upright in all of this.
Do I get
Literally
bonus
burning
points?
on fumes of anger.
Do I get bonus points with Moxie because of how hard I tried?
Yes, Moxie will remember this.
I tried so hard. I spent a whole point to do this bad.
Yes, you did. We'll get to that in a second.
Piper's positive that everyone else is cheating. There's
and
no way
then
she's this much weaker than everyone else.
When you return, all of you kind of like catching your breath or pretending to catch your breath, you just hear like from out like beyond the grounds and stuff, like at the edge, you just hear like there's this dust cloud that appears, and you just watch Feng's form like as he gets like tumbling through the air as he's thrown up in the air and then crashes back down to earth.
Yamcha
in the middle
pose.
yeah, in the middle of this crater. And Moxie says, "Ooh, all right. We should probably call it there for the day then. Good work, all of you." Oh, I didn't roll for her empathy to see if that she noticed that you were cheating. Do that real quick. She's not as good at this.
She beats a 3. She's got it.
Oh, it's not giving me the dice. I might have fucked up the ruler on that. Hold on. One, two, three, 4. She rolled a 3. No, 2. A 2. Sorry, I didn't see the negative. Yeah, she rolled a 2. So she did not beat you. So you succeed on that. So she says, "All right, well, good work, all of you. Somebody should check on Feng very quickly, make sure that he's all right."
Yeah.
Rollerblade down into the crater. Hey, Fang, you dead? Hey,
Gonna-
Fang. Fang. Fangarang. Hey, Fang. You good?
I'm just gonna take a nap here, if that's cool with everyone.
Florence is actually probably going to be really pissed, so maybe we should clear out. She's the gardener.
How about a couch? You want a couch?
Couch is good.
All
Maybe
right,
I should like
We'll get you a couch, buddy.
bathe first.
Just like she rollerblades back up out of the crater, slower this time, and she's just dragging him with her scarf.
Moxie turns back to Piper and Penny. Says, "Good work, both of you. Honestly, I didn't expect you to carry on for the rest of the day. I'm very impressed."
Thanks. Says Piper from just laying in the grass.
I'm gonna make sure that Fang's okay. Bye.
1 second before you take your friend away. I wanted to confirm that I'm not just having you do this as some sort of bizarre form of torture or something along those lines. There's a purpose to all of this. Specifically, strengthening your bodies and your minds will in turn strengthen the ability of your anima. It's important not to forget that. A lot of people and hunters out there do and think that as long as they have a powerful ability or some sort of edge, that they will always succeed, and that's a good way to get yourself killed. I want to help you, and for that I'm going to teach you something. This is a technique that I have developed over years and years of hunting phantoms and honing my own talents. And if you continue to follow this routine and train and put in this sort of work that you have in the last few hours over every day, then you should be able to reach that same level. She takes a step back and she holds her hand out, concentrating for a second, and you see manifesting something similar that Vivi, you have seen before. This orb of sort of light and crystal in front of her. She says, "This is my anima, Ion. Small, unassuming, sort of like zips around all of you and moves very like quickly, almost like a small bumblebee."
Vivi squints at it the way that a cat squints at a water bottle pointed directly at its face.
Similar to the other members of the Eyes of Family, I have some control over time. It's an ability that's passed on to many of us, manifesting in different ways. Mine is far, far weaker than Penny's or some of the rest of our family, but I've learned how to use it in a way that's made it more effective. Ion's ability is to accelerate matter and the space around it, causing things to move faster than they would otherwise. This alone didn't get me to the point that I am now, ranked within our organization. It was the effort that I put into it. And Ion comes flying back to her, and she places her hand on the orb, and you watch as there's this like shifting and shimmering around her as her whole form begins to sort of tremble and glow at the same time. And then suddenly there's this like after image effect, and she is gone. And from behind you, you hear, "And this is the ability I developed with Ion." You turn around and she's behind you again, still kind of in that quivering, kind of quasi-corporeal state. "I call this Manifest Overdrive. The ability of using your anima in conjunction with your own physical capabilities to achieve maximum output." And again, she disappears and leaves your side again, and you hear from the other side of the courtyard. "Anyone can do this if they train hard enough." And again, she zips back and right in front of you. "Even the four of you." She releases Ion and kind of returns back to her normal state. It's a state of full immersion and synchronization with your anima's abilities. You can reach this point, then you stand a chance to overcome much, much stronger the creatures than you have previously. I want each of you to be able to do this by the end of the week.
Did you say the end of the week?
Yes.
You
It took
just
me
said
3
even-
months to figure it out. I'm sure that you will be able to accomplish it in a much shorter amount of time under my tutelage.
I wasn't informed that there would be homework for this class.
You're free to leave at any point, if you don't wish to grow stronger,
Vivi looks tempted.
to understand who attempted to kill your friend.
What is wrong with the two of you? Looking at Penny and Vivi.
What?
You're given an opportunity like that, and Vivi's about to leave, and your face looks like that? Are you kidding?
I'm just saying it seems like a really short amount of time to learn a really complex maneuver with your anima.
And is it like
Oh,
the
so you don't
exact
think you can do
same-
it?
I didn't say that. I said it took
Your
her
face is
3
saying-
months and she expects us to do it in a week.
So you don't trust her judgment?
It's not what I said. I just said it seemed a little excessive.
Whatever, if you
That's
don't think
all.
you're good enough. I can do it.
Of course I'm good enough. I can do it too.
I'm trying to decide if we need to roll a provoke here, or if Penny's gonna fall for the provoke anyway. I think we don't. I think Penny will go for it anyway.
I think
unless
she'll
you
go
feel
for
Push
it.
all those
Yeah.
buttons.
Oh yeah, she'll go for it.
So,
Well, then get some rest. Oh, yes.
is there
question.
like a slow track to that? Because if I internalize that much power, I think you're gonna be finding bits of me like over there and over there and over there.
We'll find a regiment that works for all of you. Luckily for you, it seems just a matter of control. You have the power, and you have the physique for it, but you need to learn how to combine the two.
Imagine
I
if
wouldn't
you will.
say that you could do this in a week if I didn't believe that all of you could accomplish it. Well, everyone should stay on the grounds for the week then. I'm sure we have adequate space here at the manor. We'll get started again bright and early tomorrow. Class dismissed then. And she turns on her heel and confidently strides back towards the estate.
You still want that couch, buddy? Fang?
What was that? I kind of hit my head on ground.
You still want that couch, buddy?
Yeah.
You're gonna have to get there first. Turns around, starts heading into the building.
Some of you have never done a 10 out of 12 in your theater department, and it shows.
I've never done theater.
It's fine. You're a little too sincere for it.
Head tilt.
Penny's just staring off into space, like biting her lip and trying not to cry. She just like her face is getting redder and redder and redder and redder.
Earth to Penny.
What?
Well, you're staring at the ground like you want to crush it between your fingers with all
Probably
the
'cause
wrath of
I
the Earth
do.
God. So, what? You don't like running?
Running's fine.
So why are you about to have a breakdown in your front yard?
I'm not. I'm just tired. Hungry.
Mm-hmm.
I need a smoke.
No, you don't. We can get some food.
Yes,
though.
I do.
Well, you're not smoking. We can get some food though.
You blink and she's already got a cigarette in her mouth and she's lighting it up.
Fine. Die at 30 from your cancer sticks. I don't care.
At this rate, I don't know if I'll make it to 25.
What's that supposed to mean?
What is her problem? Do this thing that I did in like 3 months. Do it in a week. I'll lord over you and tell you what to do.
Penny, you don't have to be here if you don't want to.
Yeah, right.
Is that really what you think this was?
She just barges on in here and just decides that she's gonna, like grab all of my friends and like tell everybody what to do. Yeah, I think that's exactly what she was doing.
So you think that Moxie having the full confidence that you can accomplish in a week what it took her 3 months to do is her lording stuff over you?
I think it's her torturing us.
Are you that jealous of her?
What? I'm not jealous of her.
Then what is it?
I don't like being told what to do, okay?
And she told us we could leave at any point, and you stayed.
She didn't mean it.
I think she did. Why would she lie?
Maybe for you guys. I can't. Okay?
Why?
All this stuff is
I thought she was family.
exactly. You guys don't get it. Like, you guys could just, like, do whatever you want with your animas. Like, get rich or run off and become, like, a bodybuilder or become a famous singer or cat burglar or whatever you want. I don't have a choice, okay? This is my family. I have to do this.
Who's telling you that?
Everyone.
Penny, have they said that to you, or is that Penny Brain telling you that?
Look around you.
All
of this.
I'm
everything.
looking around. Penny, you keep accusing us of not understanding. You don't fucking explain. You just say, you don't get it, and you smoke your cigarette, and you take the smoothies I buy you, and you walk away.
My family's really old. Like, old. Like, ancient Egypt hieroglyphs, like, old.
Yeah, nerd shit. Cool.
This is what they've done for, like, 1,000 years. I can't not do it.
Are you telling me that every single member of your family ever has done this thing?
When they have an anima, yeah.
So? Penny,
I
do you
can't
want to
just
be doing
walk
this or
away.
not? I think is the real question.
I mean, yeah.
Then why are you bitching?
Because I don't like being told what to do!
Then don't train with Moxie. It's not complicated. What are you afraid she's gonna do? Send you to your room? If you don't want to train, don't train.
I didn't say that.
You just don't want to train under her.
Maybe.
Well, you can't train by yourself. Practicing alone embeds your errors. So you can find somebody else, I guess. Or you can train with your friends who like spending time with you, even with all of your withdrawal mood swings that you're going through right now. And your
Lights up another
super
cigarette.
cool cousin who's like fucking top of her class, great at what she does, and clearly thinks that we're great also.
Like I said, I didn't say I'm not gonna do it.
You're just gonna whine about it the whole time.
You asked! I would have kept my whining inside.
Trust me, by the color of your ears, it was not inside.
I'll try harder.
You shouldn't be trying harder to keep your feelings inside. What you need to do is deal with... Piper just like pokes her in the forehead a bunch. You need to deal with this.
Stop!
And also...
Eat!
Yeah, but also we need to talk about how we're gonna do better at training because Vivi's definitely cheating.
What do you mean?
That was not sweat. I know her. She did not go on that run. She didn't even roller skate the entire way. I'm gonna prove it. And you're way smarter than me, so you have to help.
Fine, we'll keep an eye on Vivi. Thanks.
You got nothing to be insecure about, okay?
It's easy for you to say.
No, it's not. I'm not good at being nice to people. Not for real.
Quick hug. Like, same with cigarettes. Like, she was just there, and then she's hugging you, and then she's letting go.
Oh, you're actually sweaty.
Sorry. I'm gonna grab a snack and take a shower.
Yeah, that sounds good. So we're still like on a total no on me hitting on your cousin, or no?
I feel like if I keep telling you no, it's just gonna make it even more exciting. So you know what? I challenge you. Date Moxie.
Oh, I don't want to
Date
date
her
her.
so hard.
I don't really date.
Piper, it's like even worse. Like, you're just telling me now that you just want to sleep with my cousin?
Yeah, multiple times. And in your house. Just walks in the door.
Steam. Just steam. Just brain explosion steam. Goes back in the house.
Hey Val, can I roll for that thing I suggested?
Oh my god. Yeah, roll will.
Oh, good.
Wait, what?
Don't worry about it.
What are you doing?
You gave him time to secretly converse
To
with
plot.
the DM. Like,
Wait, what?
Oh
no!
I'll spend a fate point to give myself a +1 on that.
A +2.
Yeah, +2, so make it a 4.
Make it 4. Okay. So I think. So here's. I need to explain the mechanic so you can decide what it looks like, and so then I can decide how it goes bad. Because with a +4, I think it's gonna work, but at least in the fiction, temporarily. I'm going to show you guys this. So, Manifest Overdrive is an extra I have created for this game that you all have access to now. Everybody is at level 1 for it, or will be at the end of this week. We're going to accomplish this week in a series of like montages, and y'all can figure out if there's any scenes you want to do during these next few days. We're going to get through it pretty quickly. But the way that Manifest Overdrive works is it's a special ability that that all of you will have access to now that after you've been trained by Moxie. You can spend a fate point once during a scene, to create a situational aspect specific to your anima powers. Essentially, you're invoking your powers in order to do this. For example, Moxie invokes Ion to create the aspect acceleration, which gives her acceleration ability, which then she can use in a scene, invoke during the scene for different effects. Later on, we can also build more powerful stunts based off of these invocations, these anima invocations, which require you to have invoked it in order to do the stunt. And we'll talk about that later, but for right now, this is what we're going with. While you have invoked this ability, you gain an additional +1 bonus per level when invoking this aspect in a roll. So normally you get a +2 bonus when you invoke an aspect. When you invoke this aspect during a scene, you get a +3 bonus. And that goes up as you go. If you decide to spend refresh to increase your level, your competency with Manifest Overdrive, that can go up as well. So you have a +4 bonus, +5 bonus later on if you do that. But all of you will have different powers, and it will have a different aspect that you create dependent on your anima's ability. And during this little montage scene, this would be a good time to figure out what that looks like and what you're going to call it. So we can talk about that. But for Feng, What do you think Feng's final form or his manifest is gonna look like?
With a 4, it's a partial, right?
No. So what I'm gonna say here is you're gonna succeed on doing it, but you don't have the training yet to be able to do this. Technically, you don't have access to the
Power
to the
yet?
extra just yet.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be something that's very unstable.
I have a working title for it, but I'll probably come up with it at the end of the session. Feng is kind of concentrating, and his hand grows armored and clawed, and it is this pure azure color. And he kind of just turns to Moxie and points like, "It is. Am I doing it?"
Moxie is heading into the kitchen. I imagine big sliding glass doors off the back of the kitchen that comes out to the patio, so it's kind of very open. She was in the kitchen about to make a sandwich. She turns around, she's biting into it. She goes, "Oh yes, that looks right. Very good. I'd stop it before you implode, though." And just turns around to to head to the living room area. And Fang, you begin to feel this quivering to your arm as the power is beginning to destabilize.
Turns out the window and then points 2 fingers, and there is a jet of blue flame that just roars outwards. You hear a dragon roar.
And I think Fang is also thrown back in that effort at the same time, cause and effect, and just tumbles through the kitchen into the living room where Vivi's laying on the couch.
She's on her phone.
As he's tumbling, he pushes up backwards and lands next to her. Hey.
So did you do it?
Kinda, sorta. I had some thoughts about how to do it, for me anyway.
Mm-hmm.
It's like boiling an egg. When you put a cold egg inside the water and it kind of cracks a little bit, it vents out a little bit of, whatever's inside. I don't need to contain everything, just some of it, vent out the rest.
A boiled egg.
I'm really hungry.
She rolls her eyes and looks back at her phone and mumbles something about idiot savant.
And that is going to be the perfect place for us to take our break. So we're going to go ahead and take a break here, which will give our players a little bit of time to think about what their manifest overdrive aspect is going to be. And we'll come back for a little bit of a montage. So thanks everyone out there for watching. We'll be back very soon to continue our session. So stick with us and we'll be right back. Welcome back, Internet. Thanks for joining us hanging out with us on our break and joining us for the second half of our show. We're here to get back into it, playing Fate, and we're gonna do a little bit of a training montage as y'all are being mentored and instructed by Moxie over the course of the next week, while you learn how to use the ability that she's teaching you, Manifest Overdrive. What I'm going to do is open it up to any scenes that we want to do. We can do a handful of little vignettes over the next week for anything you wanted to accomplish during this time. Conversations that you want to have, things like that. So by and large, the week is still going to press on with the daily regiment of getting up, training with Moxie until your body falls apart, and then crashing in the evening. What is anything anyone wants to do?
I think consistently over the week, everyone just sees a gout of fire and then Feng's body just flying across the ground. Just a
Feng is having a week. Lots of bruises, cuts, and scrapes. I know there had been talk of exposing Vivi for cheating. There had been talk previous to the session about trying to knock off Moxie's glasses for the purpose of trying to see if her eyes are white, like the thing that attacked. I believe that actually had a purpose other than just trolling.
Yes, that was
Yeah.
the purpose.
Yeah, Piper is on Vivi's shit.
So, Vivi, are you going to keep...
What does that mean exactly?
She's gonna catch you in the act of cheating.
Cheating at what?
Cheating at not training. At not
Just
training like the rest of us.
If
Unless she
Vivi-
does.
If Vivi is ever confronted or caught, she denies nothing.
So, is Vivi going to keep trying to skip out on the training throughout the week?
Yeah, I think so, to some degree. I mean, like, the training involves, like, you know, basic strength training and running and basically PE, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she's she's doing one of those things that she's too cool for PE. Like, nobody can see her actually put in effort. I mean, come on.
What I'd like to do then is have Vivi do another deceive roll, which would be her deception for the week, and Piper can roll, I guess, empathy or notice, I think would be the two.
Those are the
Piper's
same for me.
Definitely better at telling whether or not somebody is lying than I am at lying. I just know this. I know this in my heart.
No, those skills aren't actually that great for me. Better at lying.
Well, I got a 1.
Well, I got a -2. Roll hates me.
It really does.
It hates me.
I think that every time you know it for a fact. You know that she's cheating, but every time you try to catch her in the act, like, you know, there's nothing untoward.
no proof.
There's no proof. She's just too good at pretending like she's, like, working so hard. And it's annoying too, because, like, she's, like, really hamming it up. She's like, "Oh wow, this is so hard anyway."
On the third day, Piper goes to Penny and says, "Penny, I need to see the tapes.
What?
I know you have surveillance of this entire property. I need to see the tapes. She is cheating, and I know it."
Oh, okay. How is she cheating?
That's the frustrating part. I don't know. I just know she is.
Okay. So, like,
She
going
doesn't even
on the
smell.
run. Well, some people, like, sweat
Penny?
less than others.
Penny, I do not need you to make excuses for her.
Okay. We could look and see if she's actually going on the full run.
Yes. Thank you.
Sure.
Pulls out her phone, like, logs into the system, tries to see if we see her duck off the run, if she goes the full distance, whatever it may be. You see, like, Vivi start her little jog, and then just, like, the footage fuzzes over as bees cover the lens.
I told you.
Yeah, it's not proof positive, but
I'm
yeah,
right.
She's totally yeah.
But I'm
you're
right.
Probably right. You're probably right.
Oh, I feel so much better.
I mean, do you want to confront her, or?
No, I just want to know that I'm doing better. I don't care.
Oh,
If she wants to be weak, that's fine.
well, I thought we were like a team, so, like, team is only as strong as its like weakest link and all that.
Vivi's not actually weak. She just has a very specific set of skills.
Well, that could be said for all of us, right?
I guess I just don't want to be a tattletale.
Well, I didn't say you had to confront her in front of Moxie.
I want to say that, like, while you're flipping through the footage, it's just like example after example of like Vivi, like acting too cool for school, just like she doesn't care, she doesn't care, she doesn't care. And then there's like footage that you almost flip past, and it's just like an empty rooftop. And then like Vivi walks onto screen, and she like looks around like she's like looking to see if anybody's watching. Evidently she hasn't like noticed that there's a camera up here. And then like she's just like very genuinely trying to like do the maximum overdrive. She's one of those kinds of people that like she can't let people see her struggle. She has to do things easily on the classic gifted child. Like, she has to do it right.
In the background, Feng just flies by and hits the wall.
What is she doing?
She's trying.
So she's not trying during training, and then she's going off by herself and trying.
Yeah.
Okay, I've seen superhero movies, and that's a great way to get killed.
I don't think she's gonna get killed on the rooftop, like down the street from my house in broad daylight. That was not a challenge for the game master, by the way.
Have you seen
not.
Feng
I realized
trying...
it as soon as it came out of my mouth. It was not.
You seriously want to sit here and say she's not going to get killed? Have you seen Feng trying to do literally anything this week?
Does Feng just fly by behind her at this moment, too?
Yeah, pretty much out the window.
She should not be doing this by herself.
Okay. So go tell her that.
Oh, like she's going to listen to me? None of you listen to me.
I listen to you.
No, you don't.
Why do you think I'm still here?
I mean, mostly because you live here.
We listen to you. And if anybody, she's going to listen to you more than she's going to listen to any of the rest of us.
That's fair. She hates you.
Yeah, I know.
Fine.
Go on.
No. What's the timestamp on that?
Yesterday afternoon, 2:09.
You think she goes up there around the same time every day?
Goes back a day.
Yeah, she's dramatic like that. Two can play at that game. Gonna wait to confront her until she's alone on the rooftop trying to use her powers. Because that's good television.
So we smash cut to Vivi, like, grappling up onto the roof, walking over, beginning her personal training.
I want to say that when she's alone, she talks to her bees. So she's like, all right, girls, let's take it from the top. She just, like, starts whipping the scarf around. Like, she's, like, running drills that she's, like, made up herself. And she's like, Beatrice, you're looking sloppy. Boops the little bee butt as she, like, scoots by.
Sting your hand?
They don't got stings. They're little friends.
Friends don't have stingers.
Yeah, I think we decided they're just little balls that are vaguely black and yellow.
They're little striped, like, ovals with faces and wingies.
from like around a corner somewhere. It's a lot of effort for somebody who doesn't want to train.
Vivi's gonna like whip around and like point her like bee scarf at her, and she's like, Piper,
Hi.
I've got a lot of people who like want to kill me, and sneaking up on me like that is a good way to get killed. I hope you know that.
I mean, you didn't kill me, so I don't.
You have a very distinctive voice.
I know. And also, you love me and would never kill me. Except, I think, under extreme circumstances. Like if I was an evil clone or something.
Right. Evil clone. So, any particular reason you're hanging out on a rooftop at exactly 2:30 p.m.?
Oh, yeah, I'm stalking you.
Why?
Because you're doing this weird thing where you're not training with the rest of us and hiding it very well, but hiding it, using a bunch of bees to cover up a camera doesn't make you look any less suspicious, by the way. And then you're coming up to the roof every day at the same time and training by yourself. It's all very dramatic anime protagonist, but like,
Then what's it matter to you?
why won't you train with the rest
Does
of
that
us?
count as saying? I'm sorry. Does that count as saying the name of the show? I think it does. Everyone drink.
Piper knows she's in an anime. Why won't you train with the rest of us?
Well, maybe I just don't want to.
Then why do you keep showing up? It's fine, I'll wait.
You're really nosy, Piper.
I know. Sorry, you meant that as a negative.
This is what works for me. Is that
Look.
going to be a problem for you?
Vivi, you know you're always a problem for me.
She like just sort of like looks off into the middle distance and kind of chuckles to herself like, yeah.
So this is dangerous and I don't like you doing it. And you know how much I hate being sincere with people.
What? Training by myself?
Yeah.
Do you realize I like is it because it's on a rooftop? Is that the problem?
Yes, you being on a rooftop has historically been a real problem for me.
I mean, because that's how I get around for the most part. You know the reason why I don't run with you guys is because I can just jump from rooftop to
Vivi, you're not
rooftop.
gonna out sarcasm me, so I suggest you stop.
I don't know if I know any other way to communicate.
It's always been a problem for us.
So what do you want exactly? I don't understand.
I want you to stop being Miss High and Mighty, too cool for school, and I want you to take this seriously.
I am taking this seriously.
Yeah, you're taking it seriously, and I get it. You're actually training, even though you're pretending you're not, and you're, hiding up here because you don't want to show the rest of us that you can fail or whatever. But if you pull a Feng and you manifest this power that Moxie wants us to manifest, and you blow yourself off a rooftop, we're all gonna notice.
There's an explosion in the distance.
Do you see what I mean?
Well, yeah, that happens with Fang. But we're tight. All right? The girls would never hurt me.
Not on purpose. I'm not saying the bees are gonna turn against you in some weird, like, Hitchcock fantasy, but, like, we don't know how to do this, and Moxie does. Look, I know you're gonna do what you're gonna do. okay?
Let me
But-
be completely straight with you here. I'm here because there's a danger out there that I can't handle on my own. And that's hard for me to admit. You know that. Being here is hard enough. Penny would see me either in prison or dead. So, forgive me if I kind of want to play my cards a little close to my chest here.
Vivi, Penny's the whole reason I'm standing here. And I'm not lying. And I know you know when I'm lying, okay?
What, like she saved your life or something?
No, like, I said I was worried and that you were off doing stuff by yourself, and she helped me figure out that that's what you were doing, and she said something really smart. That if we're gonna do this thing as a team, we need to do the whole thing as a team. We gotta practice how we play. We gotta do this whole thing together, Vivi, because if we don't know what you can do, how's that gonna work out when your danger actually makes it around the corner and is standing in front of us? The reason I'm standing here talking to you so freaking worried about this is because Penny is too. And she said I should say something.
Vivi, like, sort of squints at Piper, and then she starts, like, looking around the roof, like she's, like, looking for something.
It's on the far corner under the gutter over there.
She just sort of walks up to the camera and stares directly at it. And then she just kinda
Sure, we'll
turns-
just say Penny was just still watching the footage. Like she can't hear anything. There's no sound. She'll
Just
just
reach
watch the
out.
footage and then.
Oh. She'll reach out and kind of just like grab the camera and turn it away from her. And she'll
Do you know how
brush-
long those take to focus? Damn it.
she'll brush past Piper and say, thanks for letting me know.
Feel like you're taking the wrong message from this.
I promise to try. All right?
Listen, I know you and Penny have beef. And I'm not going to tell you how to feel about her. You have lots of rights and lots of reasons to feel how you feel. But if Penny is living in the reality that you're part of this team, you might want to take advantage of that.
Vivi just walks past Piper and Batman's off the roof.
I have got to make friends with somebody who will just talk to me. I'm losing it. I'm going insane. Hello, God, are you there? It's me, Piper. Help.
Hello, Piper.
Vega, that's not funny. I'm having an existential crisis, you transformer-looking motherfucker.
Just starts singing like the main part of Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Beautiful, as always. Will you get me down off the roof? Please.
Vega just carries you down off of the roof, gently setting you in the yard. A very disturbed Cocker Spaniel staring at you from the other side of the fence into the backyard. Doesn't want to know why there's anyone on the roof.
Just kind of pats Vega. You're my best friend.
Sings Queens, you're my best friend at you for the next minute and a half.
Thanks, buddy.
All right. Any other scenes we would like to do?
I think at some point during the week, Feng is just sitting out in the yard, totally scorched marks around him, cross-legged, kind of chin in hand, tapping his leg as he's thinking, brooding.
You are thinking really hard.
Yeah, I'm capable of that sometimes.
I didn't mean it like...
I'm just kidding.
Piper says I have to be careful the way I say things. I didn't mean it like that. You just looked like you were concentrating a lot.
I mean, I understand that. Maybe like around other people. But I'm fine with it.
Oh. Okay.
What I'm not fine is getting backblasted like 60 feet in the air every time I just go.
Have you actually talked to the Four Emperors?
You can talk to them?
Are you joking? I'm sorry. I have trouble telling if people are joking too. Are you joking?
No, I don't think we ever got to that part of the lesson plan. Are you kidding me?
No. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. Can you manifest them and just talk?
I can certainly try. This is new.
Omega's- Are you okay? I was just gonna say, like, when Omega first showed up, like, well, she'll like bamf him out, and like big swirling galaxy black hole.
What the fuck?
At first glance, he might, to a 9-year-old kid, might look really scary. But, once you get to know him, he's actually just a big old teddy bear.
I like Monopoly.
He's really... Because you cheat. You just hover around Park Place. It's not fair. So, if you get to know them a little more, maybe that'll help.
All right. I'll try. He'll stand and focus himself to try and get the Four Emperors to come out.
I have one or two questions.
Yes.
Has anything changed?
Nothing's changed except there's only one speaker, just to make it easier on yourself. It's
Okay.
Tortoise.
Okay. Give me an intro. What does this look like?
From Feng's perspective, it's like the anime world falls into darkness and there's like the spotlight on him. From each cardinal direction, there is a different color that shoots out, and manifests a different warrior. Hi.
Well, it's about time.
All right. Okay.
At last, it's time for you to rise up and take hold of your destiny.
In public?
It has been decades since... what's your last name?
Song is on his mother's or father's side. So just... God, I forgot what we named these folks.
It has been centuries since your bloodline has fully manifested one of the emperors, let alone all four.
Right. So, cool. Congratulations on...
Well done, Feng.
Yeah, cool.
Now you can become the guardian that you were always meant to be. Take my hand! Reaches out.
Turning, just a quick flashback to IRL, turns to Penny. This is a bit much.
You're talking though, right?
Yeah, there's like 4 of them.
Oh. Are they all talking at once?
No, just the one that kind of looks like they're in like tortoise style armor.
Okay. Did you ask their name?
Whoop.
Yeah, I don't know what his deal is. He just keeps on walking away. Oh, Feng! Welcome back!
What should I call all of you?
We are the 4 emperors. That is all you need to know.
I'm gonna need a lot more than that.
Then you're going to want to sit down, Feng. This will take a while.
Whoop. Thanks, Penny. I'm gonna be here a while, a very long while.
Okay. No, you probably have a lot to catch up on. So
I think
okay.
they're gonna give me an extended backstory with 0 synopsis. There is no spark notes for this.
Okay, bit of a download. All right, that's fine. That's great. We'll be over here, and if Moxie asks, I'll just let her know that you're... Yeah, okay. Do you want to go inside? I mean, I feel like maybe like the rec room or something.
You know what? Just in case anything kinky goes on, this should be good.
Okay. Great.
Is this
Thanks
after
again.
training?
Probably, yeah.
Great.
'Cause
Piper
he's trying to figure out his powers.
Piper pulls up outside on a motorcycle and just screams at Penny, "Get in, loser! We're getting tacos!"
We'll grab you some tacos. Okay.
Thanks.
All right. Bye.
Zoom!
Take a syllabus, Fang.
There's a fictional desk.
Hours 2 through 3 will be done through interpretive dance.
Oh no.
I can't believe you. I can't believe you let me get away with these things.
I do want to wish we could sit here and listen to the entire lecture. Oh my god.
I think over the course of this, Fang figures out that it's 4 wellsprings of power, and he's been drawing on all 4 at once when he should be doing it 1 at a time.
Buddy.
So dumb.
It takes hours to explain this.
We can't do
You
it
get all
tonight,
the-
but we're gonna have Danae and RJ record this, and we're gonna release episode 5.5 on our YouTube.
You
Perfect.
get all their
This is
backstories.
3 hours.
I will write some backstories up.
Amazing. Wonderful.
There's some really fun lore about the Chinese constellations and what they're based off of.
So, do Piper and Penny like come back like a couple hours later, and Fang is just still sitting in the yard, like completely zoned out.
he has pulled up a patio chair and like has his hands in front of him like he's holding a syllabus, like a paper. And he's just staring off into the middle distance with his eyes kind of glazed over.
Is he okay?
It's probably a long talk.
What did you do?
Give me the. No, he never talked to his animal before.
Like ever?
Like ever. So I guess they have a lot to talk about.
Yeah, I
It's like
bet.
waking a sleepwalker. Feng? Feng?
He doesn't have a gun, does he?
No.
Okay. Continue.
Tacos, Feng!
Shakes a bag in front of him like cat treats.
Snaps him immediately out of it.
Oh!
What?
Oh, okay. We got you food.
tacos.
Damn it! I was getting to the good part.
Go back. Just eat something later.
Just gonna leave these here.
Thank you. Sorry, I'm learning a lot.
Good.
Good. Good.
Eyes immediately glaze back over.
Like we see like
Just-
a brief excerpt of what's going on. It's just like all four emperors are doing like Super Sentai poses and there's fireworks going off in the background.
It's the Ginyu Force pose as Feng
Yes.
comes back.
Yes.
He's sitting in the yard now, not holding, like, instead of the paper in his hand, it's the bag of tacos.
Just eating his syllabus.
All right.
Yeah, I think we can go back in. We'll check by nightfall so he doesn't get like rained on or anything.
So what does Moxie do all day? Like, well, not all day, but like all evening when she's not training us.
Training?
Just like by herself.
Yeah, she's like in the gym like all the time.
Can I explain what Moxie's been doing?
Yes.
What you've seen her doing? Yes, she does go to the gym for a little bit, gets in a little bit more workout after you're done. I think you've seen her do pretty much the same thing every day. She gets something to eat, goes to work out a little bit more, comes back, has her post-workout smoothie, and then she just disappears for a couple hours, where nobody has been able to find her so far. For the last couple of days, like usually between the hours of like, I'll say like 8 and 10, she's just gone. And then sometime, usually like right after 10, she shows up again, usually looking very casual, nonchalant, has a drink, goes to bed.
Blah. So she's gotta go somewhere, right?
Well, yeah, but probably with Ion. So she could go anywhere.
That was my question. So she called it acceleration, right?
Yeah.
So she's not like teleporting. She's not disappearing and reappearing. She's just, I mean, time hasn't stopped. She's just moving really fast.
Yeah. What?
You're not, so she's got to leave a trace somewhere, right? She's got to leave a track. She's got, I mean, there's got to be a way to figure out where she's going, Penny.
If Fang could do the aura.
Maybe we could follow her. I'm just saying. You want to know what she's doing, right?
Yeah.
This is way more fun than knocking her glasses off.
I mean, I'm still not opposed to that. I'm just saying I think it would be a really quick and easy way to just, make sure she's not some sort of evil phantom or something.
Yeah, and then on the very, very low off chance that she is some evil phantom or something, if we walk up to her and punch her glasses off her face, she'll know we're onto her. Maybe we can just
Fair
follow
point.
her and see what evil plans or crazy bars she's going to. I don't know either one.
So you agree that it's quite possible that she has evil plans.
I don't think it's quite possible. I think it's marginally possible.
But there's a chance.
There's a chance of aliens abducting me right now. There's a chance of everything. I'm just saying she could be doing something really cool and I want to know about it.
Because it wouldn't look really suspicious if you just show up at the crazy bar she's at and buy her a drink.
Well, I would be more subtle than that, okay?
How?
I don't know. I haven't got to that part yet. But if
Right.
if we follow her trail or whatever, and it is at a bar, she'll be inside and we'll be outside, and we can come up with the rest of the plan. It's not like she's gonna know unless we make ourselves know.
It's not a bad idea.
Some might even
Now
call
just-
it a great idea.
It'll be great if it works. Now we just gotta get Feng involved. And he's still clutching those tacos.
He has begun to eat the bag.
I feel like we should intervene.
Yeah, probably. Feng, you have to take them out. Oh, God. They intervene, I assume.
Just like take the taco out of the bag and hand him an unwrapped taco.
Oh, that's loads better.
How long do you think he's gonna be like this? And should we do this plan tomorrow?
Yeah. We could do that.
Okay, I'll text Vivi.
Like another hour goes by, Fang snaps out of it, walks across the threshold, finds Penny, 2 hands on her shoulders. Our families used to work together.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah. I know.
Cool, that's all I kind of extrapolated from that data. It was a lot. I saw a
Right.
time knife. It was neat.
And that's when I obtained the time knife.
Fun fact, they found the time knife. They gave the time knife to the Isa family, hence the whole thing. Yeah. Little bit of lore there for you. Yeah.
I love it when lore comes up and the game master gets a look on their face like, what the fuck are you guys talking about?
We're just vamping at this
We're
point.
just fucking vamping, man.
And
Very
therefore, the Isa
full
will
of
forever
shit.
our sworn enemies.
Wait, what?
Wait, no? Oh, they were our sworn allies.
The
I always
time
get that one
knife.
mixed up.
The time knife
I
is
was
the
really-
new time break.
I was really fond of that time knife. The time knife.
The time knife.
Vivi
Again,
gets it. Vivi gets a text.
yes, you get a text. The longer I stay quiet, the more bullshit y'all come up with, and it's like it's really just finding the time. It's a game of like chicken where I just have to find the time. It's like, all right,
Go.
is that the last bit of bullshit that I want to hear from y'all?
That's our secret, Cap. There is no
never-ending
last
bullshit.
bit of bullshit.
I know.
We're always vamping.
So I text Viv while they're talking about time knives. I text Vivi. And this is a straight. Every little bit is a different text. She gets like 5 texts in a row. Piper's got to be one of those people.
Oh, I love it.
Hey, we're gonna spy on Moxie tomorrow. She's definitely going somewhere between 8 and 10. Gonna get Feng to follow her. Are you in? Crap, delete these texts.
Sounds like fun. Team building. Raised hands emoji. Confetti.
She just sounds like, yay! Like 10 A's.
Amazing.
And the clinking champagne glasses emoji.
All right. So, like, after all of that celebration and whatnot, Vivi doesn't show up to training the next day.
Okay. Do we want to talk about where Vivi is?
She's training by herself. She's
Okay.
just not pretending that she's training with the others anymore.
Very focused. Okay. I assume at some point somebody like Piper gets nosy and goes to check the roof and sees that she's
Yes.
up there or something.
The camera is duct taped into a position to where it can't move.
This is not what I meant.
I don't know what you want from me.
I feel like I was pretty clear. Vivian,
How dare you?
how dare you?
What, so you want me to just keep pretending to train with you guys?
No, I want you to stop being a dipshit. And just come hang out with us and, like, do some jumping jacks or whatever. It's not that hard.
24/7 dipshit. Sorry. This dipshit's been flying solo for a long time. It's kind of hard to turn that around in a week.
You were fine becoming friends with me. Unless that's
Yeah.
fake, too.
Well, it was easier being friends with you when you were focused on your career.
Why? Because I didn't pay that close attention to you?
Basically, yeah.
Well, you stuck around long enough that I care now, so joke's on you. You're training with us. Come on.
She rolls her eyes and picks up her stuff to follow her. But like, as she's following her, she just kind of like does like that head shake of the person that's all like, oh, this person that like is like I begrudgingly like them, but like, you know, they're putting me through bullshit that I don't want to do. Oh, you. Cat that barfed on my carpet.
I can feel your eyes rolling from here, and I will push you off this roof.
Sorry. It's out of character laughter. What? I thought you were worried about me being on the roof. Now you want to push me off the roof?
Oh my
Make
god.
up your mind.
Oh my god. It's like having a toddler sometimes. You're like permanently 16, I swear.
That's what happens when you hate authority. And then you never stop. Hits the button for the elevator.
Drags Vivi to training.
Okay. So you
Piper
spend
will
the
force
rest.
everyone to be friends.
Everyone trains and smiles for the rest of the day. And so the plan is to wait until like later that night. I'm gonna say this is towards the end of the week. Maybe like second to last day of training. So yes.
I'm like near the end of training. There is a like yell. It's a victorious yell as you hear like sneakers on tile as Feng runs into the kitchen. Penny, 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 Penny.
What? What?
He holds up his hand, and there are 3 rings on his pointer, middle, and ring finger, and a band around his wrist.
Is that...
Check it out! And then he'll like wave his fingers, and the band will swap with the rings back and forth, each one turning a different color.
What does that do?
So I had trouble because it's 4 emperors, 4 wellsprings of power, but each one like focuses in the band. It's the energy of which emperor that I want to use.
You were using them all at once, weren't you?
Yeah, Tortoise kind of yelled at me for that because it drains all of them.
Oh. So probably don't do that anymore?
Hopefully, with this. I was thinking about 1 egg when I needed 4.
Egg?
I explained it to Vivi already, it's fine.
Okay. That's great! Look at you! That was awesome!
I explained it to Vivi, so clearly I don't need to explain it to you.
He's having a very big dog moment, like I did a thing.
That's really great!
So I might scorch the yard a little bit trying this out, but hopefully I don't get flung around anymore.
Okay. Florence already quit, so we have to find a new gardener anyway, so...
Rock gardens.
Not a bad idea.
Wait, no, hold on. The fire will glass the sand. I don't want to fall into glass again.
We'll worry about the groundskeeping after this week.
There is the squeak of sneakers on the tile as he runs back outside, super excited.
Followed by an explosion.
Yeah. But there's no yell of panic.
Well, that's a good sign. So
Vivi phones it in for training, and gets through it knowing that they're going to do some fun espionage work later. So the moment that training is over, she's like hovering over Piper's shoulder.
You're very close to me.
How are we gonna do it now?
We gotta wait till she moves.
Yeah, but if you let her get too far, you're gonna lose her. What's your plan, Piper? How you gonna do it?
I'm gonna get Feng to track her signature. I don't know what it's called.
I guess that could work.
What do you want to do?
Oh. Just my usual.
Okay, but she has that weird power, so... I don't know how fast you can roller skate, but...
Are you sure that he's going to be able to do it without her noticing?
I don't know why she would. He's tracking what she's left behind.
Because I could always bug her.
We could do both.
I like it.
Okay, do
Vivian Coyle always hedges her bets.
it. Uh-huh.
Little bee flies off.
Do we want any other conversations, or we want to skip to the part where she disappears?
Hey, Feng!
hovering like 5 feet off the ground, just
Oh, God.
blasting the ground with fire. Hey!
Hey, are you busy?
Cuts the fire, lands, but doesn't do the superhero landing because that's really bad for your knees. No, I'm just practicing. What's up?
I need a favor.
Okay.
So, a friend of mine is sort of being shady and might be using some powers to like zoom off somewhere where we don't know where they're going, and I want to know where they're going. So is it possible you could do your like brain thing and track that?
Oh yeah, I already have Vivi's signature, so it's fine.
It's not Vivi, that's the fun part.
All right.
It's Moxie. We want to know where Moxie goes every night. Bang.
It's kind of an invasion of privacy, right?
Weren't you the one that was like, I'll punch her glasses off to make sure she's not a demon or something?
Well, yeah, to her face. I feel really weird doing like stuff behind people's backs.
She's doing stuff behind our backs. So that's fair.
Dots are connecting.
Please.
I cannot see the flaw in that logic.
Thank you.
So, should I go scan her now, or?
I mean, no. She's gonna disappear around like 8 o'clock, and then we're gonna see if she used her power to go anywhere.
All right. I think you all have a misconception about how my power works. I'd probably have to be in the general area as her as she comes back to see it.
I'm just going off what Penny told me, so.
I could store it away in the database.
Yay.
So, how's it going?
Are
Barely,
are you asking me?
Yeah, we barely talked this week.
It's fine.
Okay.
I can't like shoot fire from my hands or anything, but it's going.
Ooh, maybe you could shoot sound waves out of your hands.
I don't really think that's how sound waves work.
He claps really loudly.
You know what? I'll give it a try tomorrow.
I'm just really jazzed about all this. This is cool.
Yeah, it really is. You're pretty powerful, so that kind of rules.
I mean, when it kind of hurts you, you become a bit of a liability on the field. That's not great.
Well, that's what we're working on, right?
I'm trying at least.
Seems like you're doing pretty good, so.
If you need help with training or anything, you know, I'm around.
Yeah, I can usually hear you.
Is anyone else filing a formal like noise complaint?
I don't think so.
Okay. I'll just try to keep it down a little bit more.
Well, I'll find you tomorrow. Well, you can beat me up again or something.
Sorry.
No, you're not.
I kinda am.
We shouldn't be. I can take it. But
I just don't like hitting my friends.
well, the practice is good.
All right.
Plus, if we know what each other can do, that's a plus, right? If we get into a bad situation. I know exactly how hard you can punch someone in the sternum.
Just looking down at the ground, really embarrassed. Well, I will try to aim for... No, if I aim for a softer part, that might actually kill you. I will attempt to not... No. I'll be more careful.
That'll work.
Okay.
Come on, let's go spy.
Okay. So the plan now. So the rest of the training day passes. You've reached the point of exhaustion. You've all pushed yourselves. Those of you that are actually trying, and the Moxie follows her normal schedule. Around 8 o'clock, you pop into the weight room. See that she's gone. Kind of all of you spread out throughout the house. Doesn't seem to be anywhere nearby. Reconvening in the main living area.
Okay, so do you need to do it like now, Feng? Or do you want to go in the room when she's gone, or?
I still say we should put a bug on her.
Happen to your bug if she like does her thing?
I don't know.
No harm in finding out, right?
Usually, whenever people walk around with a bug on them, the bug stays on them. So I'm just kind of assuming.
Unless the bug gets atomized as she's moving through the speed of light.
Do you think that moving through time is like a big bug zapper?
Have I hurt your bees before?
She says, no, you've never even gotten that close to me. I mean, it's really hard fighting you. You beat me every time.
I'll take that as a no then. Sure. Put a bug on her.
All right, let's see. Who wants to do it, girls? Beatrice? No? B. Arthur? No?
Susan? B. Anthony?
It's Susan B. Anthony.
You.
All right. So you're planning on following your bees honing abilities. You've got one that's I assume you have one that's on Moxie right now, and then you have another one that's leading you to where that one is located. Is that the way it's working?
I think we're just gonna send one bee to sit on Moxie.
Okay, so you did that before she disappeared
Oh,
for the day.
I know I said that I sent her before. Yeah, we send one
Yes.
bee.
Okay. Susan B. Anthony is off, and then is Feng doing like an aura tracking thing too?
Yeah, just to get basically store that away so that he can find her when he needs to.
Okay. All right. Well, so all those preparations are made. You've reconvened for now that she's disappeared, and you begin to prepare yourselves for Moxie to hunt down Moxie and find out wherever she's gone. We only have 10 minutes left, and I don't want to get too much further into any of this and go over because we have a dinner reservation, so I don't want to. I can't go too late. So I think it'd probably be better to go ahead and pick this up next time. But what I want to do is, let's do that, and then that gives you all a couple weeks also to kind of iron out anything you wanted to do with your manifest overdrive building as well. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Okay. So any of a look on your face like Piper wanted to do something. I want to make sure I'm not stepping on her toes.
No, that's just my face.
Okay. All right. That's what we're gonna call our session there for tonight, y'all. Good training montage. Lots of good character interactions, development. Feng is learning. Vivi and Penny are basically friends now. Basically. All right, everyone gets a minor milestone again. Which, in case everybody needs me to remind them what you can do with that. You can switch the rank values for any 2 skills. Replace one average skill with one that is on your sheet. You can change any stunt for another stunt if you want a different one. You can purchase a new stunt by spending a point of refresh. Or you can rename one character aspect that is not your high concept. Those are on 256. So everyone can take that, do with that what they wish. And yeah, that's it. Does anyone have anything they want to plug or promote before we get going for the night? I don't know. Okay. Well, thank you everyone for watching. We'll be back in 2 weeks for our next session. Join us tomorrow for our next installment of Thursday's Children, where we're playing Basin. And we'll have check out the rest of our streams throughout the week because we got lots of them, and you're welcome to come join us. But we will see everyone next time, and until then, good game and good night, Internet.